Plus, Ghana, Offset, Gary Clark Jr., Lil Pump, and Kehlani all debut in the top 10. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper's A Star Is Born soundtrack returns to number 1 on the Billboard 200 for a fourth non-consecutive week on top, as the set steps 3-1 with 128,000 equivalent album units earned in the week ending Feb. 28, up 152%. According to Nielsen Music. The album got a big boost from publicity and promotion spurred by its parent film's showcase on the Feb. 24 Academy Awards. The movie was nominated for 8 awards, including Best Picture. A Star Is Born took home 1 award, for Best Original Song, for Shallow. The tune was sung on the show by newly minted Oscar winner Gaga, Shallow's co-writer, alongside Cooper, in a warmly received performance. The Billboard 200 chart ranks the most popular albums of the week in the U.S. based on multi-metric consumption as measured in equivalent album units. Units are comprised of traditional album sales, track equivalent albums, T, and streaming equivalent albums, C. The new March 9 dated chart where Star is back at number 1 will be posted in full on Billboard's websites on March 5. Star bumps Ariana Grande's Thank You, Next, which spent its first 2 weeks on the chart at No. 1, down to number 2 with 116,000 units, down 23%. On February 26, industry forecasters expected that Thank You was going to spend a third week in charge with perhaps 110,000 to 115,000 units, while Star was going to post a big gain, but settle for the runner-up slot with around 100,000 units. So, what happened between then and February 28, the final day of the tracking week that ultimately put A Star Is Born back at No. 1? It's likely that Amazon's sale pricing of the digital album edition of the Star soundtrack pumped a late-in-the-week sales surge for the set. On February 27, the album was priced at $3.99, and then on February 28, it dropped to $2.99. Lady Gaga tweeted about both sale prices to her 78 million followers, so awareness was high with her fans about the discount. Grande's Thank You also got in on the discount action, as the set was sale priced at Amazon and via Grande's official site for $3.99 along with temporary price cuts on her merchandise/album bundles. Like Gaga, Grande also socialized sale pricing offers. Thank You did not dip to $2.99, as Star did, as $3.49 is the minimum price for an album to chart during its first 4 weeks of release. The new chart reflects Thank You's third week of release. As it turns out, while Star's overall units gained by 152%, the set's album sales surged by 166%, to 76,000, up from 29,000. Further, its digital album sales rise by 353%, to 50,000, up from 11,000. With a fourth week at number 1, Star nets the most weeks atop the chart for any soundtrack since the companion set to the Disney animated film Frozen ruled for 13 non-consecutive weeks in 2014. Between Frozen and Star, Black Panther notched 3 weeks at No. 1. Star now has the most weeks at No. 1 for a live-action film soundtrack since Disney Channel's TV movie High School Musical 2 saw its soundtrack claim 4 straight weeks at No. 1 in 2007. Going back even further, the last live-action theatrically released movie soundtrack, like Star's, to score 4 weeks at No. 1 was Bad Boys 2 in 2003. Star spent its first 3 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard 200, charts dated Oct. November 23, 2018, and has yet to depart the weekly top 10 in its 21 weeks on the tally. At number 2 on the Billboard 200, Grande's Thank You, Next is down 1 rung, and tallies 116,000 equivalent album units, down 23%, as noted above. It also fell 7% in album sales, to 19,000, down from 20,000. Rapper Ghana scores his highest charting album yet, as Drip or Drown 2 debuts at No. 3 with 90,000 equivalent album units, 7,000 in album sales. He surpasses his previous chart hike, Drip Harder, his collaborative set with Lil Baby. That debuted and peaked at number 4 on the October 20, 2018 dated list, starting with 130,000 units, of which 6,000 were in album sales. Gonna Strip or Drown 2 is the first of 5 debuts in the top 10, the most new entries to the top tier since the Oct. 2018 dated tally, when 6 new arrivals graced the top 10. Coincidentally, that was the same week both Drip Harder and A Star Is Born bowed in the top 10, as NOS 4 and 1, respectively. Coming in at number 4 on the new Billboard 200 is Offset with his debut solo effort, Father of 4. The album enters with 89,000 equivalent album units earned, of which nearly 7,000 were in album sales. Offset previously logged one earlier top 10 entry, which debuted and peaked at No. 4, Without Warning, a collaborative effort with Metro Boomin and 21 Savage. Offset is also a member of the trio Migos, which has notched 2 top 10s, both of which entered at No. 1. Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody soundtrack rounds out the top 5, as it dips 2 to 5 with 61,000 equivalent album units, up 10%. The album is also basking in the glow of the Academy Awards. Queen, with Adam Lambert, opened the show with a medley of We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions. The film Bohemian Rhapsody was nominated for 5 Oscars, and won for the most of any film this year. One Best Actor win for Rami Malek. At number 6, singer-songwriter Gary Clark Jr. achieves his 3rd top 10 album with This Land. The set bows with 54,000 equivalent album units earned, of which 51,000 were in album sales, aided by a concert ticket/album sale redemption offer with the artist's upcoming U.S. tour. The debut parade continues at number 7, as rapper Lil Pump claims his 2nd top 10 effort, as Harvard Dropout bows with 48,000 equivalent album units, 25,000 in album sales, boosted in part by an array of merchandise/album bundles. He previously visited the top 10 with a self-titled effort, which debuted and peaked at No. 3 with 46,000 units earned in its debut frame, October 28, 2017 dated chart. A Boogie went to Hoodie's former No. 1 Hoodie SCN slips 6 to 8 with 37,000 units, down 5%. Singer-songwriter Kehlani captures her 2nd top 10 album, as While We Wait arrives at No. 9 with 34,000 equivalent album units, of which 6,000 were in album sales. While follows her one previous top 10, Sweet Sexy Savage, which debuted and peaked at No. 3 on the February 18, 2017 dated list, with 58,000 units earned in its opening frame.